Hello, my name is Michael Unking, and I am the Manager for Virtual Communications for the ASEE. This video will provide you with an overview of the Adobe Connect interface that you will be using during your VCP online collaboration. It is recommended that you use either Internet Explorer or Firefox if you are a Windows user, or Safari if you are a Mac user. The Chrome browser is not supported, so please do not use it for your Adobe Connect sessions. During this training, you will see me go back and forth between various windows because I will be showing you the perspective from the host, and more importantly, what you will see from the participant's perspective. Also, please feel free to refer to the user guide that you should now have a copy of for any specific questions that you may have. Again, please send an email to m.unking, that's UENKING, at asee.org for any questions that are not addressed in the user guide. With that said, let's get started into the Adobe Connect interface. Before your first session, it is recommended that you go through the link that was provided in an email to test your computer system to ensure that your software is updated and that your computer will be able to run the program. Also, when you engage in an Adobe Connect session, it is also recommended that you purchase a USB headset microphone to avoid any feedback and/or sound issues. Please make sure that your USB headset microphone has been properly installed and enabled on your computer system before engaging in your first session. Please avoid using the built-in computer microphone due to the fact that everyone in the room will be able to hear all of your background noises during a session. The computer microphone may also create audio issues, such as feedback. Please refer to your specific USB microphone installation instructions and try to troubleshoot any issues you have prior to your first session. Lastly, it is also recommended that to maximize your connectivity to the software, you use a hardline Ethernet cable to your computer from your internet source, such as cable, DSL, etc. You can still use a wireless connection, but this may create problems with providing you with a bad connection. With respect to your first session, you will receive an email from your VCP leader that will provide you with a link to the Adobe Connect session. When you open this email and click on the link, you should see a page similar to the one that I'm currently showing you, but with the title of your specific VCP group at the top. You will be entering in as a guest by typing your name in the box shown here. Then you will click on the Enter Room box as shown right below it. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. I'm going to type in my name, and I'm going to click on the Enter Room box. As you can see, it's going to go through several load-ins, which should not take that long, and it will take you to the main page that is shown here. Please note that it's recommended that you try to log in at least 10 to 15 minutes prior to the official start of the online meeting. Now, when this program loads, you will see a room similar to the one shown here that you will be using throughout much of your VCP session. If this is your first time connecting, it's recommended that you go through the audio wizard, which is first found by clicking the meeting tab at the top, and then clicking on the audio setup wizard. Now, you will get these following windows. I just ask that you go ahead and proceed through the steps that are shown. So I'm going to click on Next. Then I'm going to play the sound so I could hear. Now I could stop that because I definitely can hear that sound. Then I'm going to click on the Next. And I'm going to select my default microphone device. Now with mine, I have a Logitech USB headset. So I'm going to click on Next. Now, to check to make sure that microphone is working, I'm going to click on the record button. And you may get this thing at a window that says Adobe Flash Player Settings. Go ahead and allow that. And I'm going to say the words in there. It says, I can see the recording bar is moving and my microphone is working properly. And I hit stop. And if you want to listen to it, and I'm going to say the words in there. It says, okay, and I'm just going to stop that for now. Then I'm going to click on the next button. And in this step right here, which is your last step, you're going to test the silence. And this is what this does is help to reduce the amount of background noise that's around you. So during this time, please do not speak or make any sounds, and we ask that you try to be in a quiet place while you're engaging in your session. So I'm going to click on the test silence button and wait till the progress bar is filled. Now that it says test complete, I'm going to click on next to complete the wizard and click on the finish button. Alright, at this point you should see that we have everything engaged here. If you notice up at the top you have a speaker icon where at this point you can always mute your speaker. You can also at this point set the status, and I want you to notice when I do this pull down menu, you'll see that here's my name. Of course I also have my host name as well, but with my name here, if I click on this pull down menu under set status, you can see that I have an option to raise my hand, and the raise the hand shows up here. I can also lower my hand when I'm done, and this is recommended anytime that you want to be recognized by the host to ask a specific question during your session instead of just abruptly just shouting something out into the room. You can also agree, disagree. If you are temporarily stepping away away from your computer, I would recommend that you click on that so everyone knows that you are stepping away. You can also ask the host to speak louder or speak softer. You can also have them speed up or slow down. And if you are wanting to show laughter, that you like what the host is saying, feel free to use that instead of laughing out loud. And finally, you have an option called the applause. Now, when you're at this time, you can go over here to where it says clear status. Okay, and at that point, you can just clear the status. Now, let's just take you on an overview of some of the features of this particular interface. And as you can see here, we have a welcome page, discussion notes, we have attendees, we have chat, Q&A, and files. Now, of course, you should also have a microphone button up here, but the reason why you're not seeing one right now is because I am using my own microphone for this session. And so it's kind of hard for me to use a microphone again as a participant. But if your microphone icon does not show up, then what the host needs to do is to engage your microphone. Now, if I did that here, I might get some feedback because I would have two microphones being engaged. Okay, so let me show you from what the host is looking at. This is their interface right here, and you can see that if I wanted to enable someone's microphone, I could enable their microphone. And if I go back to the participant, you'll see that now they have a microphone icon. I am not going to connect it because it's going to affect my audio here, but this is where you would actually connect the audio. So, and you should see a microphone that shows up right in here, okay, next to your name. And if you ever need to mute it, okay, what you would do is just click on that icon and you will see an option to mute your audio. Okay, and other areas that are within the Adobe Connect interface is the discussion notes, and a lot of these areas that are in here are for the host use only. They will keep track of things that happen during the meeting and will type in information behind the scenes. Now down here is a Q&A box which can be used for surveys. Now keep in mind that the format that you're seeing right now may not be exactly the same as what your group leader will be using, but for all intents and purposes they will probably be using several different types of what we call pods. Over here where they could share files with you, and they can actually upload a file and then give you the option to download. And just like with any type of collaboration tool, you also have a chat area where I can say, hello everyone, my name is Michael Unking, and when I hit return you'll see that it's posted there. Okay, and from the host perspective you could see that I get the same type of perspective that the participant has as far as the chat. And you can see with the Q&A I can create some new questions if I wanted to, and then create a live survey. Okay. Alright, let's go back to your participant view, and just to show you some of the other features, again you have the chat. If you ever want to engage in a private chat, let's say you wanted to send a specific message to another participant or the host, you can actually just put your mouse over their name and you can say start private chat. When you click on that, you'll notice that you have two tabs now here at the bottom. You have an everyone tab and you have one that is with the host. So when I type in this, I say, hello Michael, this is Michael. I am having fun learning Adobe Connect. And I hit return. If you notice, if I click back on the Everyone tab, no one else sees that. Okay? Only the host will see that. And if I take you back to the host site, you'll notice that it is highlighted now, and it's showing this that I have a message. So I'm going to click on that, and you can see that Michael Unking, which of course is me, is sending me a private chat, and I could close that. I could respond to that person, and when I respond, I say, I am glad. And then I go back to the participants site. You can see that the host in this case has responded. Now, one other feature that I want you to see is something that's known as a breakout room. Okay, at this stage you do not see the breakout room that's shown here. What I need to do is, from the host perspective, is go ahead and put you in a breakout room. So I need to click over into breakouts, and I'm going to drag the participant part of me into breakout number 1. And then what I'm going to go ahead and do is start the breakout. So if I start breakout, you'll see that I have a breakout session now. And I'm going to go ahead and put myself into breakout 1 as well. So you can see what is in the breakout room. Now, from your perspective, this is what you will see. Now you get this little window up here that says send message to hosts, and it tells you you're in a breakout session. And you notice that your breakout session will be customized for your specific breakout. No one else in the entire room, other than the participants that are in the breakout session, are able to see what you're talking about, and will not be able to hear what you're talking about as well. You'll have your own specific chat, your own specific lists of attendees, notes, and even your own whiteboard. Okay. You will also be receiving notes from whoever's hosting your meeting that will tell you when a breakout session is getting ready to close. So be wary of those as well. Okay. Now when the breakout session closes, I'm going to go ahead and end the breakouts. You will see that it returns back. This is the participant view again. That it returns back to the Adobe Connect main site that the host has set up. Okay, and the transitions are fairly transparent. You will just see your pages change. Well, if you have any general questions about Adobe Connect, you can also go up here to the Help button, and you have a multitude of things that you can go through. You can contact support if you're having computer issues. You can also go to Connect Basics, Adobe Connect Help, and even participate in the user community, just to share some information or just look up frequently asked questions as well. Well, this concludes our Adobe Connect session, and at the end what will happen is that the host will go through and end the meeting. I'm going to go ahead and end this meeting, and keep in mind that they will also be recording the meeting as well. And you will see the following window. It says the host has ended this meeting. Thank you for attending. Okay? Well, again, if you have any further questions, feel free to ask me. I'll be more than happy to provide you with whatever assistance I can give you. The best way of contacting me is through my email address that I provided you. Again, that is m.uenking@asee.org. Well, I hope you have learned something in this Adobe Connect session. Again, feel free to send me an email with any further questions or concerns that you may have. Thank you, and have a nice rest of your day.